In life, we are presented with an incredible opportunity, a gift, really a gift that we too often take for granted. That gift is the ability to shape our own future, to mold our lives into something of purpose and value. But it's not a passive process. You don't get to simply sit around and wait for life to hand you success or happiness. It's all in your hands, and if you truly want to live your best life, you must make it happen. You must live with intention, and you must act with purpose. As Jim Rohn often said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That is an idea that carries a great deal of weight. Your environment, the people around you, the choices you make on a daily basis, these things will determine the course of your life. And if you're not careful, if you're not conscious about what you're allowing into your life, it will derail you from your true potential. Living your best life is not about making quick, easy choices. It's about being deliberate and intentional in everything you do. The reality is, you don't just wake up one day and find yourself at the top. It takes time, effort, and sacrifice. But the rewards are worth it. Jim Rohn used to say, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Those simple disciplines may seem small, insignificant even, but when they compound over time, they create a massive shift in your life. Imagine, if you will, taking one small step each day toward your dream. And then, after a year, or 5 years, or 10 years, you look back and see how far you've come. The results will be nothing short of extraordinary. This is why consistency is so important. It's not the big, dramatic moves that create lasting change. It's the small, consistent actions that will get you there. That's how success works. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. You must be patient, persistent, and never allow yourself to get distracted by the quick fixes or the allure of shortcuts. Keep your eyes on the long-term goal and do what it takes to make that goal a reality. There are going to be challenges along the way. That's a given. Life is full of obstacles. But remember this, don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. That's the key to living your best life. Instead of complaining about how tough things are, ask yourself, how can I grow through this? What can I learn? How can I become better because of this challenge? The trials you face today are shaping you into the person you need to become tomorrow. Don't waste those moments. Use them to your advantage. In every great story, there's a moment of difficulty, a moment when everything seems to be falling apart. But that's where greatness is forged. It's not in the easy times that we find our strength. It's in the tough times, the moments when we want to quit, when we want to throw in the towel, but we don't. We press on. And when we do, when we choose to rise above the challenges and keep moving forward, that's when we begin to carve out a legacy. Because ultimately, the legacy you leave isn't just about what you achieve, but about the person you become in the process. It's about living in such a way that you inspire others, that you leave a trail for others to follow. As Jim Rohn would say, the ultimate reason for setting goals is to entice you to become the person it takes to achieve them. That's the secret. The person you need to become is the person who will live your best life. It's not about the things you do in isolation, but about who you are when no one is watching. It's about developing a character that stands the test of time. But here's the thing, we don't always see the full picture while we're in the middle of the process. We can't always see the results of our efforts as they're unfolding. This is why we must trust the process. We must trust that even when things seem difficult, even when we can't see immediate results, our efforts are adding up. They are creating momentum. They are shaping our future. If you stay consistent and focused, you will get where you want to go. You see, success is not about asking for attention. It's not about begging for validation or recognition. As Jim Rohn said, don't beg for attention. Be so good they can't ignore you. That's the way to live your best life. You don't have to ask for recognition. If you're living with purpose, if you're working every day toward becoming the best version of yourself, the world will take notice. The results of your efforts will speak louder than any words you could ever say. Your legacy will be built not on how much you ask for, but on how much you give, on the value you bring to the world. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of the world. It's easy to get distracted by the opinions of others, by what others think of you, by the approval or disapproval of the people around you. But you have to learn to tune out that noise. You have to focus on your own path and trust that if you're doing the right things, the right people will be drawn to you. Your value is not determined by how many followers you have or how many likes your posts get. Your value is determined by the work you do, the way you live, and the impact you have on others. Living your best life is about constantly striving to be better, to grow, to become the best version of yourself. It's about refusing to settle for mediocrity and choosing to live with excellence. It's about surrounding yourself with people who lift you up and challenge you to become more. And it's about never losing sight of the fact that your future is in your hands. You are in control of your destiny. But here's the catch: you can't sit around waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment will never come. If you wait for everything to be perfect before you act, you will be waiting forever. The time to act is now. Jim Rohn would say, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. You must take care of yourself, invest in your health, and make your mind and body your greatest assets. But don't stop there. Take care of your future as well. Invest in your knowledge, invest in your relationships, invest in your dreams. Don't wait for the world to give you permission to succeed. Go out and earn it. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. Every day, make a commitment to be better than you were yesterday. Every day, take one step closer to your goal. Because if you do that, you will create a life that is worth living. You will create a legacy that will inspire others to do the same. Your best life is within reach, but it's up to you to take the steps to get there. You have the power to shape your own future. You have the power to create a life that is full of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. So don't waste it. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt stop you from taking that first step. The legacy you leave will be a reflection of the choices you make today. Make those choices count. Live with purpose. Live with passion. Live your best life and leave a legacy that will last for generations to come. You are the architect of your own life. Build it with courage, with faith, with conviction. And when you look back, you'll know that you lived your life with no regrets, no what-ifs, and no could-have-beens. You lived your best life. And that, my friends, is the greatest legacy you could ever leave behind.